evening, everyone, and welcome. This is Twist Gaming, where you get to play board games with us. We're coming to you live here from our studio in sunny South Florida, bringing you another episode of PSI Presents, where tonight we are showing off Campy Creatures by Keymaster Games. But first off, who are we? I'm Matt.
I'm Ann.
And we are joined today with Maddox from Keymaster Games. How you doing today, Maddox?
Hey, good guys. Thank you.
So, Maddox, you just showed off Caper with us before. We had a lot of fun playing that, but now we're switching gears and we're going into Campy Creatures. So, looking at the artwork here, I'm definitely getting the old-timey monster movie vibe. Is that what we should be expecting here with Campy Creatures?
Yeah, campy vibes all around. Yeah, we went for just that classic horror movie poster style, fun, crazy type with these kooky, crazy creatures that are going around.
And a little bit of alliteration mixed in there, right?
Always. Always.
This is so great. So this is the game that Keymaster Games put out last year, correct?
We did. So we kickstarted this at the beginning of last year, and then it released at Gen Con of 2017.
Awesome. So now this is not the first game that you guys have done. This is the second one, right?
That's correct. The first one is called Control Your Time Traveler.
And how did you guys do on Kickstarter?
For Campy, it was great. It was we were trying to raise $10,000 and it ended up raising $75,000, so it was great. Awesome. We got to basically upgrade, as y'all saw, put some little creeples, is what we call those guys in there. Creepy meeples, creature meeples, and then we put some more things in there just to make it. As artists, like a lot of the different stretch goals are for us is more based in like how can we make this the nicest production that we can. For people, upgrading card quality to the different things in the box in that way.
I think that's fantastic. Now, our Twitch viewers got the opportunity live to hear us talk a little bit about the inspiration behind this game. But for those of you that are going to be watching on YouTube, Maddox, talk to me a little bit more about the inspiration for the theme of the game.
Yeah, so in Campy, I've always wanted to make. I love the posters of those old school horror movies, as we mentioned, and so the inspiration started there of just like, man, I would love to design a game or work with someone to design this game around this idea of these old creatures, but having them all in there. And so basically starting there was like, okay, why would you have all these creatures? What's your job? Obviously getting mortals or capturing them. So the theme came out of like, maybe you're the mad scientist and you have all these creatures and you're trying to capture mortals for your experiments. And obviously different mortals are worth different amounts of points because in all good horror, there's obviously different ways that certain mortals are more valuable or whatnot. So in that, that's where I guess the theme came out of, but we wanted to make it still this approachable gateway game that people who maybe don't normally game, or for gamers, it's maybe more that filler category where you start a game night with it, or a lunchtime game or things like that, kind of came in to see like how can we mesh these mechanics, and it went through a lot of testing. It was like really bad for a long time and finally got to a place where people enjoyed it, so that was great.
So I talk to designers often, and we talk about top-down and bottom-up game design. And from here, we're going from theme down to mechanics. So when I look at the gameplay, what kinds of things should I be paying attention to see how you've incorporated the theme into the gameplay, how you've married those two things?
Yeah, so theme-wise, you're playing monsters, so we wanted to feel like this big romp. Like you're going out, you're sending these big creatures out, and depending on how big their strength is, that's who's going to get to capture first from the mortals that are out there. So one, there's a lot of fights that go down, but then there's also clashes that can happen, and so that's an important part of the game where if you play the same creature, you're going to have a clash happen, and that's where you're going to refer to the clashometer to see who won that tie, but it's just basically this like energy meter measuring who's higher and who has the more energy there. And then obviously the mortals, you're trying to get those. So theme-wise, you're trying to collect mortals or maybe specific sets of mortals in order to score them. Each creature has its own unique ability too that's kind of like tied into the theme of its kind of genre or trope or movie or whatnot. So.
All right. Well, I'm excited to win this game too.
So let's jump into the meat and potatoes of things here. So, Maddox, can you give us an overview of the rules here for Campy Creatures?
Yes, so in Campy Creatures, you're mad scientists with the goal of capturing mortals for your experiments. You each have the same hand of creatures, so you have perfect information on all the other mad scientists. So everybody has the same hand. It's no big deal if you look at someone's hand. And you're each going to be playing a creature face down. Once everybody has chosen a creature face down, everybody's going to reveal what creature they chose. They're choosing a creature depending on what mortals are out. So like mortals are going to be where some are worth positive points, some are worth negative points, and some deal with set collection. So you're seeing like how much do you want this mortal, and what do you think other people are going to do around the situation with the mortals out there. So you're each playing a card, revealing whoever played the higher card is going to get first pick of the mortals. Next highest gets next pick. But abilities on creatures can kind of sometimes change up some things. Sometimes they allow you to discard a mortal or give a mortal to another player, or maybe even capture first if the right scenario happened. So that's the gist of the game. Mortals come out each turn depending on the number of players. So in this case, 3 mortals are going to be out, and y'all are going to play a creature, and then you're not going to get that back until the end of the round. So you're more and more getting information on what the other players have left in their hand, and you're going to play around that information. At the end of the round, you're going to score your points, and then after 3 rounds, whoever has the most points wins. So the engineer, very Ghostbustery type guy, he's going to score -2 points for each odd. If you capture an odd number of them, they're -2 points each. So if you get 1, it's worth -2 points. 3, it's worth -6 points. But if you get an even number of them, they're worth 3 points each. So 2, you're going to score 6 points. If you can get 4, that's like shooting the moon. It's worth 12 points. It's kind of hard to do.
Those crafty engineers.
Those crafty engineers. You got to get the current right, or they're going to just blow up on you. The archaeologist, just a straight up 2 points there. Teenagers. So there's a different amount of teenagers on cards. There's 1 teenager, 2 teenagers, or 3 teenagers. Teenagers are basically like worthless on their own. If you capture
yes, they are.
If you capture the most of them, you're going to score 7 points total. Not for each teenager, it's just 7 points total. Second most scores 4. So notice, that card had 2 teenagers. Some of them have 3 teenagers. Whoever has the most scores. 7.
My kid would be the first one to run up the stairs in the horror movie.
Which one?
Look.
Cool. So those are those sets. Y'all kind of got the feel for that and the ways that those can score. To start the round, you'll reveal 3 mortals, and then you're going to each choose a creature and place it face down.
All right, so those are our 3 mortals that we have here. We've got the teenagers, we've got the archaeologist, and we've got the engineer. So, Josh.
Yes.
We're placing cards face down, right?
Simultaneously?
Yep. Simultaneously face down.
Oh, man.
Oh, I'm getting it now.
Okay.
Thanks, everyone. We really appreciate it.
Thank you, Asteroshi.
Exams to catch up on my backlog of Is There So Much?
Okay,
so skip some words in there.
I think it did. So I got.
Oh, wait.
I got a card I'm playing.
Okay, I'm okay
Matt,
with
put your
this.
card in screen. Lower. Under. There you go.
Zoom out a little bit. All right, 1.
Nice. So you've all chosen. Y'all are going to flip over at the same time. Boom.
All
right.
Interesting.
So, in this case, there was a swamp creature, an invader, and a demogorgon played. So any 1-dot abilities, if a creature has 1 dot in the bottom left, it goes off before any of the capturing happens. But any 2-dot abilities happen as you capture a creature. So in this case, the invader goes off first because they're 4. Their strength is higher, so you're capturing from highest to lowest. So the invader gets to capture 2 mortals if possible. You're getting a good pool here. So he's probably going to take those teenagers and archaeologists. Yep, great choice. And now the demogorgon will go next because it's a 2, and then the swamp creature's a 1 down there. So demogorgon. Sorry, would y'all make sure too? Do y'all have the invisible man and the demogorgon in your hand?
Yeah.
So you can remove. Everyone should remove the invisible man.
Okay.
We'll play with the demogorgon this round, and then maybe next round we'll play with invisible man. Forgot to mention, we included that card in there as just a fun little mini expansion. You can switch that 2 out with the other 2. So the demogorgon, you get to return that engineer to the bottom of the deck, and then only you get to look at the top one, and you can keep it face down. So Matt only knows what he got. It might have been a teenager. He might have gotten an engineer. He might have gotten a negative mortal. It might help him complete a set. We don't know. So we'll see what happens at the end of the round. But now the swamp creature goes off, but there's no mortal to give. So sadly, she was trying to offload one of those negative point mortals on
You get
someone.
nothing! I mean, you would have gotten nothing anyway, so I guess it's fine.
It's all right. It's fine.
Yeah, so now you can keep your creatures face up, your mortals face up, except for that one that's hidden. And now you know, hey, Anne no longer has her swamp creature. I can play around that information. So now 3 more mortals come out.
Okay, so
And
first
around-
up, we've got 2 teenagers. We've got another engineer. And we've got another engineer. There's a
Ooh,
bunch of
alright.
engineers here.
Yeah. So the round is going to end when only 1 mortal can come out. Basically, that mortal always escapes. So once it can't come out, once that doesn't equal the number of players. But those engineers, there's not a ton of them. Like the fact that you've seen 1 and then 2 more came out, they're going to be dangerous is all I'm trying to say.
Real quick, can you explain the beast, his ability?
Yeah, so the beast is worth 3 points if you have him in hand at the end of the round. So if you didn't use the beast, if he's in your hand,
Okay.
you're going to score 3 extra points.
Okay. Coolio.
Ready?
We're waiting on Ann.
Right.
No? Oh, no,
No,
you're good.
sure.
Ready? 1, 2,
Yeah.
3.
Boom. Ooh, the double invader. So we have a clash. There's 2 people who've played. When they play the same creature, end up on the same number. You refer to the clashometer. Whoever is higher. So Anne looks like she is higher on there. We'll get to capture first.
Wait, why is Ann capturing first?
The cash meter.
Because she's higher on the clashometer.
And how is that order determined?
It's random at the start of the game, and then now it'll change up because she's winning a clash.
Oh, man.
Thanks, guys.
You're still getting 2 teenagers, not a bad deal, but she did just score 6 points.
Okay, so I'll get...
Just give her another engineer, and then she's scoring
Negative
6 points.
That's
Exactly.
true. That's true.
They're dangerous. Sadly, Demogorgon doesn't get to use this ability because there was nothing left to take. So, because there was a clash, anytime that happens, only 1 person should ever move to the bottom, and that's the person who captured first in a clash. So since Anne captured first in a clash, he would move to the bottom of the clashometer. So now in future ties, you'll be good, Matt. So 3 more mortals will come out.
Okay, so we've got the archaeologist. So that's the straight 2 points. We've got another archaeologist. And we've got a third archaeologist. We went archaeologing.
Who shuffled this
know-
deck?
Take a guess who shuffled this deck.
What is wrong? Like, you're broken.
You shuffle that too.
So you all know that the teenagers are gone. I mean, not teenagers, but the invaders are gone. No one has that invader anymore, so no one's going to be stealing 2. Now would be a great time to offload a negative mortal if you had one, but the invisible man isn't in play.
No.
So he allows you to discard a mortal. But yeah, you're trying to figure out what would be the best if someone's going to...
So I like to... Josh and I often discuss how we have similar play styles, and we have both played the exact same cards so far.
Yep. Just in different order.
Yeah. So everyone's
right.
played our cards. 1, 2, 3, reveal.
Boom.
And Josh and I played the exact same card.
Guys.
And yes.
And-
All right. So it's actually pretty smart to try to hit that. You forced a clash to happen, which is great. So now Josh is going to capture first because he's higher on the clashometer. Or clashometer.
Then you move to the bottom of the clashometer.
Yep. At the end of the return, he will. But yeah, you can do it now. And then Matt's up next. Wonder which one you're going to take.
I know.
And then Anne is last, and she'll be throwing that archaeologist on the bottom.
So then our abilities activate here for the werewolves. So the person to my right would be Josh in this case.
Yep.
So Josh, you're going to have to discard a creature from your hand because that is the text at the bottom. So force the player to your right to discard a creature.
And you're going to have to discard a creature. And do they get to see what creature I discard?
They do. You discard that face up.
All right.
In your
Bye, swamp creature.
stack.
No swamp creature for Josh.
Bye, Swampy.
I'm going to discard the mummy.
Okay, so the mummy is going away for Anne. You can put that over there.
Yeah.
And let's refresh the mortals. So we've got a new one. We've got the cosmonaut.
Ooh.
4 points for Mr. Cosmonaut there. We've got a hunter. That's a negative 3-pointer. And then we've got another hunter, another negative 3-pointer.
Watch out. You don't want those. It's a big point swing right there. 4 and -3. Oof.
Okay. So what are you playing there, Ann?
Nothing, because she's slow.
1, 2, 3.
Nice. All right. Ooh.
So
And saw it coming from a mile away.
Yeah,
No,
I
I
did.
guess it was. I'm sorry, my left is opposite on my screen. So the vampire's 1-dot ability drains the creature's ability or negates it to its left. So the mummy, I believe, is to your left. Is
Yep.
that correct? Okay, cool. So there's no kaiju in play, so no big deal. Nothing would happen in this case. But if you were to drain the swamp creature, that would have been terrible also. So that mummy gets drained. Now the capturing happens. So Anne's up first at a 6.
Sure you want that one?
So Josh, you're up next.
Do I want the hunter or the hunter?
So
You
then
might get another one. Watch out.
So then I get to
Just
take
think of
the creature that the mortal that I'm capturing and then hand it to someone else here.
That's correct.
She give it to Anne. She can hang. The hunter can hang out with her engineers.
She's got a face down card and that worries me.
She also has a Cosmonaut, which is 4 points.
She does have a cosmonaut. I'm gonna give it to Anne. No, I'm
Oh.
gonna give it to Josh. I'm gonna give it to Josh.
Oh, that hurts so bad. Dumbo.
I'm sorry,
Oh my
Josh. Because she's got the engineer, so it's easier to screw her over in the future.
All right. What's up next? We got another hunter.
Oh boy.
We got the deep sea diver.
So that's a -1. That's a new one here. We got the deep sea diver.
Another one.
Oh, so we got all -1s this turn.
This is
Oh man, yeah. It was
terrible.
like all the positives came out and then all the negatives. It's been a rough round.
You really. How do you shuffle? I don't. Do you like put them magically like in a particular order as you
Magically
randomly?
delicious. I don't know.
That also means those upside down cards might be some good ones. All right.
Are you playing them in order? 1, 2,
No, I've
3,
putting them
4?
in order as I play. I've been putting them in order as I've been playing them.
We see the secret, the secret code.
All right. So Anne,
Um.
you ready? Are you ready?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Boom.
Damn it, Josh.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
again,
there was no
vampire-
kaiju. Never mind. I
Oh,
thought there was a
whatever.
kaiju there.
Oh, yep. Sadly, no. So the vampire would go off first, drain the mummy's ability, and now capturing would happen. So vampire,
Werewolf.
forces the creature to its right to discard, or force player to its right to discard.
Even
a
though, so his mummy has a 1 dot, but because mine's a 5, that's
No,
what you look at
it's
first?
The 1 dot is when your ability triggers.
And that
Oh,
ability
that's
to
ability.
trigger.
Oh, okay.
So, and you get to take the next one.
Thanks.
creature.
Right.
Oof.
I don't know what I want to discard here. I
Oh,
guess I'll
well,
discard
You get
the.
to take the hunter.
I mean, yeah, I get to take the hunter. I'm so happy about that. I'm gonna discard the blob, I guess.
Oh, the blob.
Mr.
and-
Blob.
Next up,
All
we
right.
have the damsel,
Ooh.
Oh.
one teenager,
Oof.
and another engineer.
Anne does not want that engineer.
No,
I'll tell
thank
you that
you.
right now.
And this is the last round.
This is correct. The last round, that one mortal always escapes. And then, yeah.
Okay. Ready?
Wait, no. Come on, guys. Work with me.
1,
Okay, I'm getting there.
2,
Yeah,
3.
Boom!
Kaiju.
Oh,
It's
the
like
double
Pacific
kaiju
Rim.
blob. All right, so this is a really interesting scenario. So, Josh, you are the blob, and that's going to go off first before capturing happens. So you get to discard a creature to absorb its strength. You don't get its ability, just the number. You currently are sitting at the bottom of the clashometer, so it doesn't do you any good to play your kaiju unless you want to force a clash for the next round. Like you'll move someone down on the clashometer.
Okay, but if I play the beast now, I won't get
3 points.
I won't get
at
3
the
points.
end of the
So it just makes sense to
Play the
Yep.
kaiju.
Yep. So now there's 3 kaijus, and it would just go in the order of the clashometer.
So that's me first. So I'm going to take the damsel.
Yeah. So then I'm going to take the teenager.
And I'm gonna take more negative points. Yay!
Yeah. So since there was a clash, you're gonna move. Who is it at the top? Matt is
Matt?
at the bottom. Yep.
Okay.
And then...
Since he captured first in the clash.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Cool. So in that, you now tally up your points. So whoever had the most teenagers is gonna score 7 points. I think.
I did. My face down was 3 teenagers, so I have 5 teenagers in toto.
Oh, you got a cosmonaut.
Can you not...
We're counting points now.
Yeah, but I was waiting for Matt to finish to do my big reveal.
Oh. Let's try to
So-
see who had the most second. The
Josh,
second
I think
most.
you got second. You had 2.
Yep. Yep.
And
I
Ann
have,
had 1. So you're gonna score 4 points. Matt scoring 7 points from his teenagers.
So I got 7 points from the teenagers, plus 2 for the archaeologist, so that's 9, plus 6 for the damsel, that's 15, minus 3 for the hunter, so that's 12 points.
Nice. So you'll move that purple meeple up to the 12.
Okay. And Anne, how
I
about
got
you?
0 points for my teenager. I got 6 points for my engineers because 3 each. I got 8 points for my cosmonaut.
That's 14.
So that's 14 minus 1 is 13.
So you're beating me by 1.
you guys including your 3 points for your...
I'm not including my 3 points for the beast.
No.
So you're at 14 or 15 then, Anne. I'm at 14. And
So
Josh, what do you
3 points
at?
for my beast.
Yep.
4 more for my teenager, so it's 7.
7.
Plus another 4.
So that's 11.
11. Minus 1 for my deep sea diver.
10.
Minus 2 for the engineer.
8.
Minus
Oh,
6 for
God.
my hunters.
2.
He's at
2 points.
Oh my god.
High five!
We're playing golf, right?
No score
No
wins.
score wins. It's the opposite this round. Oh my god.
Okay.
I wish I would have known that. I would have played different.
No. Give that to me.
Okay.
They won't let me shuffle.
Aw.
Don't forget these, Anne.
Yeah, I know.
And then I'm going to just take all your cards.
So how
and
many
mess
times
up
do we
the
do
order
this?
here.
3 times. You can either do it with the round tokens, like those tokens up there can be used to say, hey, Anne won that round. And then, best of 3 if you want to do that way, or you can do scoring like you're doing here. That's like the main way, and whoever has the most points after 3 rounds wins.
I like the idea that there's 2 ways to score, because sometimes with the point tracker, I get a little, especially playing with these 2 specifically, sometimes I get a little antsy, but it's kind of nice, like the best out of 5, best out of whatever.
Josh, deal out our mortals.
We have
'Cause
an
then you're not speaking for
archaeologist.
long.
I can't
A
even
what?
speak. Yeah, I'm not.
What's that? Indiana Jones?
Yeah, it's Indiana Jones.
So we got 2 Indiana Joneses and a deep sea diver. So that's an archaeologist, Josh.
So good.
Oh, man. Okay. Sure, I'll do that.
Sure. Something.
No, I'm going to do that.
That's like the classic move, is always to take your card back. I feel like I do that so many times in the game. No, this one instead.
Matt's just picking up the same card and putting it back down.
Yeah,
now.
just to freak him
Yeah.
out. 1, 2, 3.
Boom. So the blob's gonna go off first. That 1 dot. You can become whatever number you want, but you won't get the ability.
I can become... Well, yeah. So I am going to... Oh, man. I didn't even think of this one.
That's the fun of just throwing stuff out
Yeah,
there
right?
and seeing what happens.
I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to switch that to the mummy.
Yep.
So that becomes a 3 for me.
Okay. So I'm going to go first because I have the werewolf. I'm going to get one of these guys. And Anne has to discard one of her cards.
Why?
Because that's the
That's
werewolf's
his
ability.
Ability. Force the player to your right to discard a creature.
You're terrible.
So I'm going to go next, and I'm going to discard my archaeologist.
I'm discarding my
I'm going to
blob.
grab the archaeologist, rather.
I'm going to go last. I'm playing Swamp Creature. Give the mortal you capture to another player. So, Matt, I think that you need the diver to help you find the deep sea treasures. Matt, I just want to be helpful.
I did that
All right.
wrong.
You have the engineer, the cosmonaut, and 3 teenagers.
Woo!
Those 3 teenagers are quite valuable.
Okay.
All right, I think.
All right. 1, 2, 3.
Boom.
Wait. How does the vampires work?
Clashometer is what you'll refer to of which one goes off first.
This is for the ability?
Yep.
No.
Okay. So I negate Matt's vampire that goes off on Anne.
Thank
So
you, Josh.
her ability still
You
works on Matt, and he has to
protected her.
discard a Matt's.
Yeah,
Discard a
yep.
monster.
That was cool. I liked how that.
And I
liked
also get to pick first?
Correct.
I'm going to go with the safe bet here.
So Matt is up next. Does you want to?
And I'm going to drop on the... I'm going to drop on the meter, right?
Yep. At the end of the round or turn.
Man.
All right, I'm gonna take that engineer. Who did you discard?
I'm discarding the Demigorgon.
Okay.
Man.
All right.
That stinks.
Another deep sea diver, the damsel, and archaeologist.
Okay. I'll do that.
I'm gonna do this.
1, 2, 3. Oh, good move, Josh.
Yeah.
Wait, no.
Oh no! And
Never mind.
Ah. And you suck.
Sorry.
Drains you.
So
Aw.
ordinarily,
I'm
Josh
so
would have gotten to go first because the mummy's played, and the mummy goes first if the kaiju's out there, so you get a freebie there. But
Yeah.
and canceled your ability with the vampire. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna go first. I'm gonna grab the damsel.
I'll be
Oh,
taking.
poor Josh, man.
Yeah, just.
That was a great move there, Josh,
Oh.
but not enough.
I kind of.
So, and if there's ever help needed, like those 1-dot abilities resolve from their strength number high to low, so the vampire would go off, then the mummy, then the blob.
So we got a hunter, we got two teenagers, and then we got
Two
two
teenagers.
Yes, two
teenagers.
teenagers. Oh, jeez. Okay. All right, 1, 2, 3.
Oh, double invader. So,
And you tie break because you're higher on the clashometer, so
Sure
you
did.
grab
man,
that.
golly, just 4 teenagers in 1 capture. Poor,
All right, Josh,
poor
you
Josh.
get the hunter.
Josh continually.
Yep. I just get more negative points, and I'll sit over here.
Guys, I really like this game.
All right, Josh, throw out the mortals.
We got another engineer, and 1 teenager. Actually,
One, two, three. Interesting. All right, so I am the werewolf. I'm gonna go first. I negate
Force-
I negate Josh's ability there.
No, you
No,
force
you
the
make me-
player
Oh, I
to the
forced
right.
Josh to negate to discard a card.
There we
sorry.
go.
I'm gonna grab the teenager.
Okay.
Really, that Please don't quote that, chat.
I think you should quote it now, chat.
And you're up next.
I'm gonna grab an engineer.
Hey.
And then I'm going to take this engineer, put it at the bottom of the deck, and I'm going to grab the next card.
That played out all right.
So, Josh, what did you discard?
The engineer?
No, yeah.
No, from the werewolf.
Oh, I haven't discarded anything yet. I'm still deciding. I will get rid of the blob.
Okay. So, Josh, 3 more mortals. Archaeologist, Hunter, and Hunter.
Last round. Or last turn of the round.
Okay.
Do.
1, 2, 3.
You did not seem
Oh,
very
that's
happy.
interesting.
Ooh.
I thought you two were going to go both kaiju.
Really?
And,
Yes. That's interesting. I thought you were going to go kaiju.
And you just screwed yourself over.
All right, so Matt is up first and captures 2.
So I'm going to get an archaeologist and a hunter.
Why?
Go ahead and take third engineer.
Is that what that is?
Yep, I just got rid of the Demigorgon last turn.
You just set her up. Oh, that.
Is it an engineer?
Good job.
Yep, it is. Nice work,
Oh.
Josh. Nice work, Josh.
Josh just worked that. Oh my gosh.
That was a
Josh can't capture anything together. So tally up the points.
So my choice there was to either play the invader or the beast. So I wound up getting a -3 from the hunter because of the invader, but I would have got a -3 if I played the beast anyway. So it's a net 0 for me.
And that's 0 high-speed internet?
Net 0 high-speed internet. So did we all not play the beast?
Yeah.
Okay, so we all move up 3 points from that. So Anne, if you want to skedaddle them all up.
1, 2, 3. I'm right behind you, and you go up to 5.
All right. So
Okay.
how many teenagers do you have, Anne, in the game?
In the game. Can I count my one that I do have
you can't,
to do that?
unfortunately.
Oh, 4.
I have 4 also, but I'm higher on the clashometer.
Yeah. So you get the 7
So-
points.
Yep, Matt's going to get 7 points and Ann gets the 4 points from that. And then Matt will move down to the bottom of the clashometer.
Okay, and then I'm also going to get 10 points from the archaeologist and damsel, but then -4 points from the diver and hunter, so I'm going to get 6 points in addition to the 7, so 13 points in total for me.
So you're at 31.
Okay, and yeah, so then, Anne, how about you?
That takes care of that. Yeah, I hate you.
Hey, did you
got
accidentally move him? His thing?
what?
Or yours? Did you accidentally move your thing?
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
did.
you sure did. You cheater, cheater.
You were 1
pumpkin
point
eater.
ahead of Matt. So Matt should be at 30.
Put you 1 point in front of where I'm at right now, and then put me 1 point in front of behind where you were.
Yep.
So I'm
There
at
you go.
30. There you go.
You sure?
Yep.
Okay. I take -6 because Josh is a terrible person. That
And then
puts me at
But then
15
plus 2 for
Pay
your
attention.
archaeologist.
and 17. Okay.
Nice job, Josh.
All right, so I got -4 of the hunter and the CD diver.
CD diver.
You CD diver. Oh,
So
CD
that
guy.
counts as out one of my cosmonauts, but I also have another cosmonaut, an archaeologist, so I get 6 points.
You have a what?
You need
You
to make
should
this
be a
game
doctor about
with
that.
simpler words there, Maddox. Space guy. Underwater dude.
It's been a long week.
So that puts Josh at 10? Is that, what are you at now?
Can you add 6 points to me, please? Can I get close to anyone?
You're at 11
I'm
points.
11
You're actually
points.
catching up to Anne.
You're
Don't
gonna have a
forget the last
werewolf
mortal.
in space.
What?
Space guy.
Space guy. Water dude.
All
I
right,
just
so
murdered
this is-
so many people, guys. Oh, come on. You guys,
What are you doing?
I dropped the mortals.
Anne got flustered and dropped the cards because she was
I-
laughing too much.
It was very funny. All right, I got one. These nails are not conducive to picking cards up the floor, I'll tell you.
Maybe you
what.
should let Josh do it then.
Oh, yeah, with his sausage fingers, that'll end up
I don't know.
real
I'm
well.
just throwing that out there. All right. So, Josh, can you shuffle those up and then deal us out our 3 mortals for this round?
All right, yep, and this is the final round. So whoever has the most of the end. Y'all got to just pile those negatives on Matt.
Yeah, pile all negatives on Matt and give me all the
say
points.
that. I thought we were friends here, Maddox. Is
I'm
it because
so
I wasn't
sorry.
at Origins?
Matt needs a win. That caper game was so close.
All right. Okay, so I'm gonna do that one.
Now, remembering moves that people did before too, like like a meta can develop, and it's like, I know you did this last time. Are you gonna pull this thing off again and try to get this, or so? Always playing against the player is important in this.
Matt's playing the blob.
No, the two of you are both playing the invader, but that's going to be really terrible because Josh is on top of the clash meter.
Don't put the invader back.
No. I don't
Put
want
it back.
to. No.
Why did you tell him that?
You just read him like a book.
I didn't play the invader though.
I really want you
1, 2, 3.
Oh.
I played the vampire to screw over your invader.
This is what you want. This is the
Oh,
start
this
of
is
something
bad.
good
It's
right
still
here.
bad for me though.
because he thought you thought he thought you thought.
But whatever. So Josh is gonna get an engineer. Then Ann, you're next.
Putting away.
Put away the hunter, and then he give me the engineer.
That's not happening. So I'm going to put away the engineer, and I'm going to remember now that the engineer is on the bottom of the deck.
No, you're not. And then my ability gets canceled out because of the vampire. So I get a lovely hunter there.
You're welcome.
Okay, so 3 more mortals. We got an archaeologist, some teenagers, and some teenagers. Okay. Ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Ah. So, Ann, you're above me in the track.
Yeah.
So you're going to. Oh, yeah. So I'm gonna. Well, we both get forced to discard. So it doesn't even matter. So you forced me to discard one. I forced Josh to discard one. Josh played the invaders. So, since you're before me in the track, though, you clash. You move to the bottom. You go first. So what are you picking up first?
But yours doesn't work, right? So he gets to keep his card
No,
because
mine
we
will
have the
still
clash.
work. It doesn't. My ability doesn't cancel out.
Oh, I just get to pick first.
Yeah, you get to pick first.
Okay.
So what are you picking? Teenagers? I'm going to take some teenagers too. And
share points.
Have fun taking 2 mortals. See, let me know how
so
that works out.
Josh, you and I both have to discard a card.
Yeah, I discarded my blob.
I'm going to discard my blob too.
All right. Oh, 3 teenagers. 1 teenager.
Archaeologist.
Archaeologist.
Girl with a hat.
Dun 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 dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
1, 2, 3. Oh, darn it. Josh and I were both anticipating someone throwing the kaiju down. We both threw down a mummy.
Yep.
Man, so Ann, you're going to grab all the teenagers. Josh, you grab, because you're in front of me on the Clash-O-meter.
House party, guys.
And
what?
I get nothing.
The damsel. Archaeologist and a deep sea diver.
Okay.
That valuable damsel. Gotta get that.
I am ready. 1, 2, 3. Oh, Jesus, Ann.
What, Matt?
Does that mean she gets picked twice? Did we lose
Oh, Maddox
Maddox?
froze.
Matt,
Oh no, I hear you guys.
Just a second.
So she played the mummy. Does that mean that she gets to get one immediately and then another one on her turn?
No, I think that just means that my...
No, it's just she just captures immediately, and that's her capture.
Yeah.
Okay. And you're doing really well this round.
Thanks.
Thanks, Josh. I appreciate it. All right. So 3 more mortals. We've got a hunter. We've got a hunter. And we've got a cosmonaut.
Let him know
Maddox, we're going to call you right back in just a second.
Yeah, sounds good. Okay.
Okay, so I have my card ready. And just pick something random from Josh's hand to put in.
I think that's a good idea. Josh, do you want to tell us which card that you'd like to play? No.
A hunter, and a cosmonaut.
No, just tell me what you'd like to play.
What's not
I'll
on the
tell
field.
you what's in your hand, and then you tell everybody what card you're going to play, and then we're going to choose which card that we're going to play. He's going to play a Demogorgon.
That's fine. We already put our cards down.
Are
No
you-
cheatsies. All right, 1, 2, 3. I played a Demogorgon too.
That's terrible. Okay, so you each you're gonna clash, but Matt goes first because he's on top.
So I'm going to take this hunter, and I'm going to put it to the bottom of the deck, and then I'm going to draw a card. Okay, and that's face down. And then, Josh, you get to take a card, put it on the bottom of the deck.
You don't want to put the Cosmonaut on the bottom of the deck? Terrible person.
All right, so then we're going to deal out these last 3 mortal cards.
We have a Cosmonaut, an Engineer, and a Hunter.
Cosmonaut, an engineer, and a hunter.
Yes.
And this is the last round. So, Josh, we'll wait for Anne to play something, and then you can decide what you're playing. Okay? Okay.
That can go here and away. These two can go here and away. This is Josh's mess of life. I'm going...
What are you doing, Anne? What are you doing? What are you buying? What are you selling?
Alright, I'm playing that card.
Okay. And Josh, what would you like to play?
Seriously?
Thirdly? Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Ooh-hoo-hoo-hoo. So,
Matt and I both played vampires.
now, our abilities both activate first prior to it because we've got the 1 dot. You knock Josh's ability out, but he doesn't have them. Then I knock your ability out. Doesn't really mean anything. Josh is going to pick first. And then you pick second because of the Clash-O-meter, and then I pick last.
Taking
Okay.
the engineer.
So, Anne, you taking the hunter?
Yes, I'm going to take the Hunter. That sounds like a great idea.
Okay. So, that's the end of that round. Time to tally up our points here. I did terrible that round. My face down card was actually another... What was Josh's face down? Oh, I was really hoping it was an engineer.
He got another lady with a hat.
I'm kidding.
No, let's go back to that
With the
one.
hat.
That's an okay. I'm alright with that one. I
Okay.
think he grabbed the engineer because I grabbed the engineer.
So, who has the most teenagers? And you have the most.
Yes.
Does Josh have 0? Yeah, so I have second most. So, and you get 7 points from that.
Okay, mine is this teal one. I'm on 7.
So, wait, we all get
Yeah.
3 points from the beast.
Okay, 20, 14, 33.
So, and you get 7 points from the teenagers.
Okay, so I'm at 27.
I get 4 points from the teenagers.
You're
Purple.
not that color. You're going to get, what is this? 32. Oh, that's a corner. That's why I got confused. That means that's nothing.
Okay. So,
All right, whatever. It doesn't really matter.
4
Just
points.
1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to pretend that's a point because I have all the way around the corner.
and then I'm going to lose 6, 7, 8 points.
Okay.
And you beat me.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And then I get 2 points from my archaeologist.
1, 2,
He counted the corner again.
I know. I'm okay with it.
And then 2 points from the archaeologist.
I did.
Okay. So, Anne, what did you get?
Okay, so we did the teenagers.
You beat me.
I got minus 2 points because I had an engineer.
Yeah.
And then I got the damsel
So
and the
plus 10
cosmonaut, so
points.
it's plus 10. So it would be 35, but I'm counting the corner, so I'm going to put it at 34.
Okay. Josh, what did you get?
I got 16 points.
Wow.
That's really
Whoa,
cool.
Nice.
So that would be 30 points if I was counting that way, but because I'm counting corners, we're putting you at 29.
I caught up, but didn't pass Matt. I'm sad.
I got a big lead in the beginning, and then you guys just ganked me at the very end there.
I feel like gank is a very aggressive term.
It's because that's what you did, was very aggressive.
Be aggressive.
All right, so that was our presentation of Campy Creatures. Maddox, is there anything else that you want to tell us about Campy Creatures tonight before we say goodnight to you and then go into our first impression session?
Yeah, I mean, just thank y'all so much for playing both games and playing Campy. We're working on some fun new monsters, possibly some locations that could come out in the game too to kind of mix it up. And so thanks for taking the time to check it out.
Thank you, and thank you, Keymaster Games, for making these really cute, fun games that we were able to enjoy tonight. We truly appreciate it. And a big thank you to PSI Distribution for this PSI Presents series and for making this all possible tonight.
All right, so everyone stay tuned. We're going to be signing off now, but coming back in just a minute with our first impression session of both Caper and Campy Creatures, talking about our favorite aspects of the game, any constructive criticisms we have, and then the most important question of the evening of would we play it again. But for now, signing off, I'm Matt.
I'm Ann.
I'm Josh.
We are Twist Gaming, and thanks so much again, Maddox. We really do appreciate you coming on with us.
Bye, Maddox.
Thank you guys. See ya.